Is there anything Mark Wahlberg can't do?
Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. A movie review. Now, that is not my type of video to do. I usually like to do, but I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan and I've been wanting to watch this movie for years. Scoob, we're reviewing Scoob. Ever since they announced they were going to do this, probably 4 years ago, uh, they had this plan to incorporate a bunch of Hanna-Barbera characters into Scooby-Doo, and then each character would get a movie. The concept is incredible. But today we're going to find out if they actually delivered on that. So, Scoob, you know what? I really enjoyed this movie. And the world building, I also really enjoyed. I thought they did a good job. Will it get a sequel? That is the biggest question to me. Because they teased a few characters, we'll get into that a little later, that I would love to see team up with Scooby-Doo. If that happens, man, we're going to get to that. It's so cool. So cool. Especially if you love this character. Anyway, so, Scoob, what did I think? I actually really enjoyed it. I guess we'll just dive in, sure. Well, before we go step by step throughout the movie, I want to talk about a few things. None of the voice actors who do the characters of Scooby-Doo return for this. It's an all-new cast, except for Frank Welker, who voices Scooby-Doo. Outside of that, Matthew Lillard didn't return. And why am I drawing a blank? Ray Delweys and Mindy Kahn were also not a part of this project. Not because Matthew Lillard and them did not want to be. They were told that they were getting celebrities to voice the game, which, in my opinion, works. But like Matthew Lillard has been doing the voice of Shaggy since the live-action movie. A lot of you probably did not know that, but since then, he took over for Casey Kasem, who sadly passed away a few years after that. But since then, he has done every movie and every TV show since that time. Almost 20 years of voicing Shaggy. And he did not get the opportunity to come back for a movie that would have been on the big screen. It was not. It went straight to streaming and then, of course, got a Blu-ray release. But, Matthew Lillard was bummed about that. I asked him about that when I met him at Monster Mania. He was a little bummed, but I think his movie that comes out this year will be better. Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. So excited about that one. Barbara's going to be in there, Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't know how that's going to work. So, anyway, I think in the end, his will be a better overall movie. So, let's talk about the celebrity voice actors. Uh, Will Forte replaced Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. You know, he did an okay job. His voice is pretty similar to Shaggy, so he did an okay job. Uh, Mark Wahlberg plays Blue Falcon. Man, he almost stole the as Blue Falcon. He was great. Uh, Jason Isaacs plays Dick Dastardly. He was great. Gina Rodriguez plays Daphne. You know, solid job. I should say Mindy Khan also, she hasn't been doing it. She did it for years but she's been replaced more recently with the cool Scooby-Doo. She was replaced in that show. Anyway, going off topic, Zac Efron is Fred. I think he does a great job. Frank Welker usually does both parts, Fred and Scooby-Doo. He got a little break on this movie. Amanda Seyfried, that's cool. She is Daphne. I think she does a great job. Then Kiersey Clemens is Dee Dee, Blue Falcon's partner, assistant. She is from the show Captain Caveman. Kim Jong plays Dynamite, the Wonder Dog. Does a good job. Tracy Morgan is Captain Kangaroo. I was never the biggest fan of Captain Kangaroo. A lot of you might be. Of course, I'm also not a Tracy Morgan fan, so, you know. But he does a good job. He's not in the entire movie. Uh, yeah, and we'll get to another cameo a little later. So yeah, that's the voice actors. You know, most of them do a pretty good job. But let's get into the movie. We've talked, like 6 minutes about voice actors. The start of the movie is an origin story, basically, how Shaggy and Scooby-Doo meet. This whole segment, to me, does not work at all. Does not feel like Scooby-Doo. Uh, Scooby steals his food, which Scooby wouldn't anyway, and he's running away from the cop, and he hides behind this sandcastle thing, or sand, anyway, sand, and Shaggy starts talking to these sand things like they're his friends, and Scooby turns around and, they start talking, oh, they're best buddies now. If you want a good origin story, watch this one. The live action, The Mystery Begins. This is a good origin story. This is how you do it. So if we're talking about negatives, that whole segment is a negative for me. It does not work. But once you get past that and they meet the gang, then it starts to work. Then it's like, okay, now it's gonna pick up. They meet Fred, Daphne, Velma. They solve their first mystery, which, there's a few things in there also. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo run in the closet and hide, and then Daphne is the damsel in distress again, which I thought we had built something with these two shows. her being, you know, more than just a damsel in distress, being in charge and stuff. But anyway, so a couple of things there, but the segment overall is pretty fun. It's very short. They solve it very fast, which, you gotta move the story along, but at the same time, it's like, okay, they see the word, Freddy throws axe, and they just capture him, just like that. Anyway, so they solve that mystery, and then they recreate the Scooby-Doo Where Are You theme song. That is brilliant. You can tell that the people working on this took some time, because that recreation is just beautiful. Now there's a weird part in there where Fred is with the mystery machine and he's doing this heart thing, which that is not from the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Everything else is pretty much shot for shot from the intro. That might be my favorite part of the movie. It's so great because that's my favorite show, obviously, of Scooby-Doo. And then the movie kicks off. Uh, Simon Cowell, yes, Simon Cowell is in part of this movie. He wants to hire them, start, make them start a business, and be a partner with them. But he says that Shaggy and Scooby-Doo are the weak link, so they have to get rid of him. The whole plot of the movie is Dick Dastardly lost Muttley, his dog, and he needs Scooby to unlock this portal to get him back. That's the whole movie, which after that sounds insane, but after watching it actually works. So he's trying to capture them at this bowling alley, and then Blue Falcon, who actually is Assistant Dee Dee, saves the day, and they get on Blue Falcon's ship and talk, and then they go fall into a trap at an amusement park, and this is where some cool Easter eggs pop up. There's a Hung Hung Phooey arcade, then there's a Hex Girls arcade, which if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, you love the Hex Girls. Man, that was so cool to see the arcade. And then there's a Hex Girls poster in the background. There's also a Banana Splits poster. That was cool. So the movie goes on, and they stop the creature from coming out, and they capture Dick Dastardly, and everything's, works out. And, they do this switch where Shaggy sacrifices himself, but then he comes back. So that felt a little forced, but overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Now, is it the best Scooby-Doo movie ever? No, not by a long shot. It's low down the list, but if you were going by reviews, you would think that's the worst movie ever made, and it's certainly not. Uh, and we'll get to what some stuff they're setting up. The end credits. Well, first, Velma has a Q. There's a Johnny Quest symbol. I didn't get a picture of that, sorry. But at the end credits, there's a picture of them with Banner Quest. So if that can be in the sequel, that will be the best sequel of all time. Scooby-Doo teaming up with Johnny Quest. How cool would that be? And then there's a few other Hanna-Barbera characters thrown in at the end credits. So hopefully the sequel we can get a bunch of characters. Throughout his shows, Hanna-Barbera characters have had cameos before. I don't believe Johnny Quest ever did, but a few other characters did. Oh, I forgot Captain Caveman is in the movie. To get the third skull, they have to defeat Captain Caveman, which, he beats up Blue Falcon and throws Scooby-Doo around, and then Dee Dee comes and just shoots him, and that's it. And then Dick Dastardly comes in and steals it. Anyway, in the movie. Overall, it's way better than I thought it would be. Not great still, but there's not many. There's a lot of things that, as a Scooby-Doo fan, kind of, that wasn't right, like the start of the movie. But overall, really enjoyed it. Mark Wahlberg is great as Blue Falcon. Uh, Trying to think if there's anything I want to say. Anything else I want to say. Tony Kavan, the director, actually directed and created, I believe, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. So that's cool. But yeah, if you like Scooby-Doo and you want to see a good movie, this is one to watch. Now, they don't solve a mystery per se, because it's really a movie about Shaggy and Scooby, much like this one was, but that's okay. It works in my opinion. There are a few things I would have done differently. Where I got Matthew Lillard and changed the opening a little, but it's okay. Overall, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I already said that. So, yeah, that's it. Again, I don't really do reviews, but this one I felt worth it. Oh, I'm forgetting something. Don Messick, who voiced Scooby-Doo for years and sadly passed away, uh, actually used some stock footage, stock audio they had, and he voiced Muttley along with a new person, but that's so cool. Don Messick was in a Scooby-Doo movie after his passing. It's really cool if you think about it. There's some cool touches in there that you can tell the director and everybody who made it put some time in as far as world building and, putting more Easter eggs in there for the fans. So that's cool. Hopefully we'll see Johnny Quest and Scooby-Doo team up for the next one. That would be cool. I'm not a Johnny Quest fan or anything. I love Johnny Quest. Uh, yeah, so that would be cool. Until then, I'm Josh. If I don't see you out thrifting, uh, I'll see you in the theaters. I can't even talk. Bye. Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest. My brothers. Johnny Quest. Bye.